Hi, Brenda Mullard here. Today we're here to talk about sketchbooks and why you need a sketchbook and why they're important. I have multiple sketchbooks going all the time. Now, why do you need a sketchbook? Well, it's a good idea for those of us who are creative people because I find myself to be somewhat unorganized, and I will make a note, I will do a sketch, I will tear something out of a magazine that inspires me, I will do something on a piece of paper or a napkin, and I will set it aside somewhere thinking, okay, this is really cool and I'm going to come back to it. And when I think, okay, what did I do with that idea, or what did I do with that sketch, what did I do with that note that I wrote, I can't find it. So I have found that the best thing for me to stay organized and to keep all my ideas in one spot is to have a sketchbook. Now, some people think, oh, sketchbook, that's just for drawing in. No, it's not, because what I do is most the time, I'll do a sketch and I will make little notes around the things that I've drawn or the things that inspire me to keep in my brain what I was thinking at that time. And, you know, obviously ideas change as you go, but this way I can get it on paper while I'm thinking about it, and I have it all in one spot. So I usually have multiple sketchbooks going at one time, but I really like to make sure that I have a smaller sketchbook that I keep with me in my purse, in my backpack, wherever, so that if anything at the time just happens to pop into my head or I see something I want to sketch it, I have this with me all the time. Fits perfectly in my purse, and I don't have to really worry about, you know, having to carry something extra to have this big sketchbook with me. I also like to keep a running journal with different ideas that come to me as the day goes on, or as the month goes on, week, whatever. I like to write things down. So I have a little journal that I keep written ideas into. Sometimes I'll just draw a little picture too if that's what I need to do. Here's a larger sketchbook. I like the larger sketchbooks if I'm going through an idea and I'm refining it and making it much more clear. I usually use a bigger sketchbook just because I have the space to draw, and it's not something that I'm just putting something quick in. It's something that I know that I'm going to do, and I'm going to refine it and kind of figure it all out on paper first before I start the project or start the painting or drawing or sculpture or whatever. That way I know that it's going to work here first, and then I'll pursue that project. You know, I have multiple sketchbooks going all the time, and as you can see, my kids found one of my sketchbooks and decided to do a little drawing of their own. That's a little treasure right there. That's not going to go away. I also like to carry colored pencils. Now I have a little pouch of colored pencils. I like Prismacolors better than Crayola, but Crayola works just fine. If you're, you know, just using colored pencils for color samples and to get ideas for colors, if you're doing sculptures or paintings or whatever, you know, Crayolas are fine. I personally like Prismacolors, or a little more professional, higher grade color pencil. But I always carry this with me, and I always carry this with me. These are my two standbys. They go with me everywhere that you know, whenever I have ideas, whenever I have things that come into my head, these are the two things that I carry with me all the time. So, with that being said, I hope that you get yourself a sketchbook. I hope that you start to jot down notes, that you start to do little sketches, that you start to tear things out of magazines or take photographs or whatever things that are going to inspire you to be creative in your own right, in your own way. I highly suggest that you get a sketchbook, keep everything in one spot so that way you have some place to go to. You'll know where everything is. It'll keep you organized. And, you know, with that being said, go get yourself a sketchbook and start sketching.